Hey everybody, Kenji aka NumotTheNummy here once again. This time I'm going to bring you an M12 Draft pre-release. Just like with the pre-release sealed events, the draft release, or I mean pre-release events, are not very much bang for your buck at most. You can win 4 packs if you go 3-0, 2 packs if you go 2-1, and 1 pack if you go 1-2. It is Swiss though, so that means you will play every round. And if you do go 3-0, you get the prize payout of a 4-3-2-2. But it does cost 20 ticks, which is 8 more than usual, so not very good. We're going to go ahead and jump in the queue here, and we'll get back to you as soon as it starts. Alright guys, the draft has started, and we got our first pack. Opened a few good cards here. Unfortunately, the rare is quite bad. Some people say that, you know, if you get the dream combo of this and Mana Barms, but that's living the dream. The cards that I see here are Consume Spirit, Senger, Vampire, to some extent the Stampedian Rhino, the Gideon's Lawkeeper, Gravedigger, and Divination, and the Phantasmal Bear is certainly to note. I don't think I want to grab one of these black cards just because I think they're all about the same power level, at least the Gravedigger and the Senger Vampire are. And if I take one of these, there's still at least 2, good black cards that I'm sending a signal with. Because of that, I think I'm going to go with the Gideon's Lawkeeper. I just think it's one of the best 1-drops in the format. It does a lot of work for you. It's a lot of value. So we're going to go ahead and snatch that up and pass all the black cards. Hopefully we're not past too much. If we look at this pack here, there are a few good ones. Jade Mage is obviously very good. 2-1 for 2 is, fine in this very aggressive format. And then having a reusable ability, especially one that puts in, 1-1 tokens, is quite good, I'm actually a fan of the Spirit Mantle. +1/+1 in protection from creatures just means that, unless they have the removal spell, you're going to be getting in there for unblockable damage every turn. Swiftblade Boots is a pretty good one. I don't think I'm going to second pick it here. I think the Jade Mage is just a stronger card. And we have a few other, notable or good cards, but nothing of too much note, like Ponder or Rampant Growth. I'm going to take the Jade Mage here and be happy with it. And we're past the Mana Barbs, so maybe we should have taken the Personal Sanctuary just to hope for the dream combo. Looking at this pack, we do have quite a few options. If we're trying to stick with the green and white here, our best bet is probably the Crumbling Colossus. Otherwise, the Sacred Wolf and the Vastwood Gorger are both fine cards. I think the best card in this pack is probably Crimson Mage. The ability just to give creature haste is pretty good. I mean, I like all the mages, and Red Mage is certainly one of the weaker ones, but I still think it's pretty good. Ring Flesh is obviously a good card, removal. But I think I'm going to try to stick with our colors here, and I'm just going to pick up the Crumbling Colossus. Alright, so it might be time to audible out of one of our colors, since we're not really seeing any much good white. And Phantasmal Dragon is certainly a very good card. The only other cards in here that are pretty good, or at least decent playable, are Devouring Swarm and to some extent the Fireslinger, because it comes down so early and, reusable, unblockable damage is nice. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Phantasmal Dragon here because, well, it's a dragon. And at this pack, not really too much for us. There's another Crimson Mage here. I would have loved to snap it up if we had been in red. But I think I might just be taking the Benelish Veteran. Having a 4th turn attacking 3/3 is pretty nice. It is a 2/2 on defense, so if you're on the back foot, it's obviously not as good. But, well, then again, the white's been kind of cut. Well, I guess the only other option would be to go into another color or take the Unsummon or Cancel, which I'm fine with playing, but I'll just stick with the Lawkeeper and take the Veteran here. Alrighty, in this pack we have basically nothing for us. The Diabolic Tutor and the Tormented Soul are obviously pretty good in black. I guess, more fine than pretty good, but I think the only card for us here is the cancel. Although, to be honest, right now with you guys, I kind of just want to draft the mill deck. I know it's terrible, but I think it makes for some good videos, so I think I'm actually going to go with the Jace's Erasure. This is a Swiss after all, and I'm not too worried about it. So I'm going to take the mill card here and force the archetype. The only thing here, or the only things here for us are the Chasm Drake and the Negate, and yeah, the Drake is obviously just the better card. Yes, we picked up another Erasure, so we're well on our way with the the mill theme. I'm not too proud to say it, but you know, we're going that route. Our pack finally came back to us, and we still have both, or I mean, two of the three black cards that we were talking about. The only card being taken was the Sengir Vampire. If I was smart, I'd probably take the Gravedigger, but I'm going to take the Divination. It just fits in our color, and it goes with the Erasures really well. And Aromancers can actually be okay in this format. There are a ton of enchantments that you want to bring back. Most notable are like the White Mythic one, but even getting a ton of passivisms or stuff like that is pretty good. I think we're just going to take the cancel here, but the Aromancer would get back our Jace's Erasure. Oh wait, Aromancer, never mind. I was thinking about enchantment, but gets back Auras, right? Yeah. Nothing here for us except for the Warhorse. Mighty Leap. The Kite Shield, it might be playable, since we're just going to want to stall them out for a while, but I don't like that card. Alright, so we have two Jace's Erasures so far. We want to hope to pick up some Mesmerists, which are the 1 blue, 1 generic, 1/2, and for 1 blue you can tap him to mill the top 2 cards of a target player's library. We also would like to see some passivisms, some more Lawkeepers, hopefully open a Jace. Yeah, and oh, certainly Merfolk Looters. Alright, what do we got here? Our pack is quite the doozy. We have Fireball, Cudgel Troll, Sengir Vampire, Stormfront Pegasus, Sorin's Thirst, Mana Leak, Lurking Crocodile, Incinerate, and Mesmerist are all fine cards. If I wanted to stick with our theme, I'd take the Mesmerist, and I do want to stick with this theme, but I think the Fireball is, you know, obviously just the card that we should be taking here, and it's a fine splash. Hopefully we get some more card draw and some looters to help us thin out our deck, because I'm going to take the Fireball here. It'll help us stall the game out and you know, get them milling more. Nothing much here for us except for the Jace's Erasure, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take that. I wonder how much Birds of Paradise is probably selling for. Probably just like half a tick. If you guys didn't realize, I'm stingy when it comes to prices. I'll take a rare that's worth some money, even if there's a better card for me. Though even Fleetwing is pretty good as well. I mean, the hexproof on a flyer is really good. It would help us to stabilize the board, but I'm just going to take the Erasure. And so we have the option here of a Mesmerist or counter-drafting the Elixir of Mortality. This card is just, you know, you don't want to see this against you when you're playing Mill like we are. Another good card to note, and one that we're definitely going to want to pick up here eventually, is a Stonehorn Dignitary. A 1/4 creature is pretty good at holding stuff off the ground, and you know, the ability that target opponent skips their next combat phase is quite relevant. We definitely want to pick up some Anfin Cutthroats later on as well, but yeah, we're just going to take the Mesmerist and keep going with our theme. Yeah, and we have a really good card here in Timely Reinforcements. In our type of deck, the mill deck, we're usually going to have less life, and we're usually going to have less creatures than the opponent, and this usually buys you at least a turn or two to mill them with some more. So yeah, we're going to go with that. Wow, Doomblade, and that would be 5th pick. Huh. Guess I should have jumped in black with the Sengir Vampire. Jeez, that is sick. These Swiss queues always blow my mind. You get some crazy stuff happening. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab the Azure Mage. I mean, it fits perfectly with our deck, and it's a great card. But dang, 5th pick Doomblade. I guess it's gonna be 6th pick next. Alrighty, here we have basically nothing of note. The only card in our color is the Ice Cage. I mean, it's a pseudo removal spell. I'll take it. Nothing else. Here we actually have a decent card to pick up, the Pride Guardian. It's going to go really well in our deck because, O3 can hold off the infinite amounts of 2-power creatures in this format, and gaining 3 is certainly something to note. So this is the 7th pick, and there's still a Gravedigger, a Giant Spider in this pack. That gets me a little bit worried, but, we're just going to take the Pride Guardian and stick to our guns. Here, I think I'm tempted to take another Pride Guardian, although I'm certainly, or you certainly could make a case for this Harbor Serpent. It'll come down and just be a huge wall in blue, and then later on in the game it'll eventually be able to attack. But I think I'm gonna go with the Pride Guardian. And yes, the Merfolk Mesmerist wield, so that's good for us. Yeah, we're gonna snap that up, passing a Lurking Crocodile, which is good against us, and a Sorin's Thirst. Nothing to note here. Guardian's Pledge is not good in our deck since we're not going to be on the offensive. I guess it'd be good with the timely reinforcements, but that's about it. I'm just going to take the huge creature that we can't really deal with at this point. Gladly snap up a Stave Off here, protecting any one of our tappers or mesmerists or Azure mages is going to be pretty good. So glad to pick that up. Nothing to note here. Just take a Fog, I suppose. We got the Cutthroat, so that's pretty nice. 13th pick. Nothing to note. Nothing to note. Okay, so let's open some looters. Let's get some Jaces. Let's get some more Lawkeepers. That's the ideal right now. We're still splashing the Fireball, even though we don't have too many ways to sift through our deck. But hey, we don't mind. Oh, wow, and we opened a stacked pack. We got Warstorm Surge for a rare, which is a little slow, don't get me wrong, but, if you've been sandbagging some creatures, it just takes over the game instantly, because every one of your creatures instantly becomes a removal spell or direct damage. Thran Golem, there's a lot of auras in this set, so it's a fine card, I think. Another Sangir Vampire. Mind Control, obviously a very good card. Shock, Doomblade, Merfolk Looter, Giant Spider, Sorin's Thirst. Yeah, this pack is pretty stacked, so I wouldn't be surprised if we wield something here. The Mind Control is the pick. Even though I do want Looter more in this deck, because we have the triple Jace's Eraser, you just can't pass up a Mind Control. Nothing here for us except the Gideon's Lawkeeper, and we'll happily take it. Although we are passing some sweet red aggressive creatures, but hey, we'll take the Lawkeeper. And we get past a Grim Lavamancer. I think that's worth about 5 tickets. So I think I might just snatch that up. Yeah, it's worth 5 tickets. I think I'm just going to definitely snap that up, just because it's worth that much. Otherwise, our choice would be, I guess, Divination, which goes well in our deck, and to an Incinerate, but we're going to pick up the Grim Lavamancer. And let's see here. We got a poor pack for our type of deck. Oh, it is Target Enchantment. It's not Aura. Okay, so, I mean, it's better than I thought, but still not insane. Here, I think I'm going to take the Phantasmal Bear. It suits us well as a very early creature that can, trade with their early drops as well. Another choice would be the Cancel. I'm not going to take the Crumbling Colossus, and I'm not going to take the Benelish. Although, to note, the Crumbling Colossus only has to be sacrificed when it attacks, so it could be a huge wall for us. Maybe I should go with that. Yeah, that's probably the better play. I'm going to take the Crumbling Colossus. Nothing really here. There's a decent creature that flies and, is a wall. Same thing. I guess the Manalith would have been okay as well. We could take the negate, but I think we're going to take the crown